So,
Alright, welcome to the video. I'm here with my boy Grayson. We tested this out yesterday. Do some we're gonna do reserve to top tier. Um, we're gonna do Israel because I don't know, we thought it would be interesting. Um,
it's a really short tech tree, and I tried doing this on my own, not recording Italy earlier, and it took me the same amount of time to get to where we were yesterday to get to 8.3. And
yeah,
I know Italy's kind of a long tech tree, but,
like
you know.
yeah, well we've kind of decided we're gonna do a short tree. Um, just to start, we'll probably go in and do Germany or somebody else later. Maybe the U.S. naval line. That would be interesting. And
Uh,
for every plane we do, I'm gonna try and give historical facts. I'm gonna try and be interesting with that. Oh, we should go over the rules of the challenge as well. Basically,
nah,
because
they'll figure it out.
Because Grace and I are playing together as a group here, we need to go positive in kills to move to the next plane. Basically, if both kills to deaths, I should say. So, if one of us gets a kill and both of us survive the game, we that is considered a pass and we move on. If the thing is, if we go, what's the word? Equal on kills and deaths. Like
Even, yeah.
if each of us get a kill but both of us die, so 2 kills, 2 deaths, that will keep us on the same plane. We don't get to move on. And if we go negative, so let's say 2 kills, 1 death, we have to go back an aircraft. The thing is, we can only go back one aircraft. Like, if we're on the A4H, we can only go back to the Ouragan, and no matter how bad we do in the Ouragan, we can't go back again. We can
Can you
only
tell
go
we've
forward.
done this before, and we didn't know what the rules were?
And then, and that same logic applies all the way through the tree. So if we're on the F-15 and we mess up there, we'll have to go back to the Kurnass, but we can't go from the Kurnass down to the IN.
Also, after the first Kurnass, I'm going to be switching to the US tech tree, because I don't have top tier Israel.
It should still be fine, though. It shouldn't really matter.
Same BRs, but you know.
Whatever. Um, alright. On to history. The Sakine was, as you can see, it's based off of the Bf-109 airframe. However, its development history leads back to Czechoslovakia after World War II. Basically, Czechoslovakia had a bunch of airframes of the Bf-109 lying around. However, what they didn't have was engines. So instead of having a Daimler-Benz engine or a BMW engine like other Bf-109s, the Sakine here has a Umo engine from the Ju-88 medium bomber and other medium
Which is notably
bombers.
not a fighter engine.
Notably, that's a bomber engine, so it has more torque in that big fat propeller you see on the front. This causes a couple of problems with the plane. The amount of torque is so high that the plane can actually roll itself over on runway just from throttling up. And then the propeller being so wide, it's not quite geared right with the two little guns that sit on the nose, so it has a tendency to shoot its own propeller off. In real life, of course, in War Thunder, they don't have this model. And
It'd really suck if they did.
basically, I could the that's the little development history. It served for a couple of years. It didn't have like a crazy distinguished service record. I mean, as one would expect with a plane this mid.
Bad.
That guy's dead.
Yeah. Yeah, P-51 and Spitfire, goated aircraft. This thing, though.
Not so much.
This thing blows.
Well said. I will give it that. Its guns do kind of save it, at least in this game, because they're pretty heavy. All right, you
Yeah,
got
like
the
ask that SB2C that is currently a meteor falling down.
you got the. Is that just a crit?
Now it's a severe.
Okay, okay. All right,
I've got 2 kills.
So, as stated previously, that secures us the at where we can't go backwards. Not like it matters. We can't go backwards anyways.
We can't go backwards anyways, dude. There's nothing below this. That's a 3rd kill for me.
So that secures us moving on. I'm out of ammo, so yeah.
Yeah, I've got only a few rounds left of my little guns. Bad person.
Bonsai! He's on fire now. Alright, well, welcome to the P-51. P-51, what is this, a D-20? Cool. This was a later war variant of the P-51D. As we know, one of the more advanced propeller aircraft of World War II. Served from, let's see, yeah, they retired in 1957. Shocking.
Wow.
The last time they saw they retired from the U.S. Air Force in 1957. The last time they saw combat was 1984 with the Dominican Air Force.
Literally 1984.
The fastest piston engine aircraft is a modified P-51 named Voodoo. That's not really, like, relevant.
Okay, so I got him, but he used his body to crash into me after I severed him.
That wasn't, like, super relevant history, but to the dev server.
Oh, no, I didn't see that. Cool.
That'll do it. Magic off here. Oh, wait.
Nope.
Nope. Ugh. Yeah. This is capital B bleak.
But hey, you're flying still. That's kind of surprising.
I agree with you there. Alright. The MB-450 Ouragan. This is a
Holy mid.
very early jet aircraft, designed by Dassault. You'll know them from such aircraft as the Rafale and Mirage. This was the first jet they ever built. Also, the first French jet ever built. So, real breakthrough for the French. Big news for the unemployed.
Yeah. Well, no, everyone in France is employed. Have you not played Hoi 4? They've got a 50% manpower debuff because of full employment.
But, yeah, other things about this plane. It's pretty cool. It served up until, I think I don't remember when the last ones were retired. I know it entered service, I think, in 48. It served in several wars, including but not limited to the 6 Days War and the Suez Crisis. It served in several militaries, including France, of course, Israel. I mean, duh, we're playing it, and Ecuador. Or no, was it El Salvador?
It was El Salvador and another one that was kind of a curveball.
India.
Yeah, India.
Cool for the first. Oh, it was They were manufactured from 1948 until 54. They first entered service in 1952. For whatever reason.
Hey, there's two Vam.
Oh!
Okay then.
Well, game 2 in the Ouragan.
That's propeller plane. That's two propeller planes.
Let's see if we can do any pet. Oh no.
We got a down tier.
That is not good.
Down tier bad?
Yeah, kinda.
It'll be
Remember,
fine.
turning.
Oh yeah, we don't. We do that pretty subparly.
At least for being an early jet, we're better than like the 262. This entered service the same decade as like the F-104.
There was a lot of advancements really fast, man.
Yeah. But I mean, this and the F-104.
True.
Like, that level of just... That's a lot of advancement.
People were moving pretty quickly with their research, okay.
Pretty well. Oh! Oh!
How you
Hey,
feeling?
Grayson. I'm afraid I'll see you in Valhalla, brother. We have the watch. I got bombed. The meteor is here, and he missed.
You know,
F-3D is pulling away. Uh-oh.
surely I can't be held accountable for this.
Alright, there we go. And welcome to Game 3 in Oregon. Alright, Mr. Su-9. Oh! Through the cloud. You or by a friendly?
Friendly? Or me, sorry, I severed him.
Alright. Yep. Ah, crap. Mr. Chinese name over here.
History fact.
We are on to the A4H Skyhawk. The A4 first entered service in what, 19... I want to say it was first introduced on October 1st, 1956, 69 years ago.
Wait, hold on, isn't that... Oh no, the Oregon came out in 48, not 58, my bad. I
Yeah.
was gonna say, isn't this, before the Oregon? But no, I'm just stupid.
And then, the first flight was 1954, 71 years ago. And they've served in militaries up till they were retired from the U.S. military in 98, and they served with the U.S. Navy until 2003, and they served with Israel until 2015, and New Zealand until 2001. Those are some of the major militaries. Yeah, they are light strike aircraft designed for carrier operations. And they, very nimble, very subsonic. They're fast for subsonic.
They get around Mach, like, what, 0.80?
Yeah, I'm doing .82 right now.
Yeah.
They're pretty neat. The A4H specifically is an Israeli vehicle. It's specifically modified from the A4E for Israel. The A4E is the one that was
It
very
just
much in
fired an A9 at
service
me.
with the U.S. military, but the A4H here is special because it has 30 millimeter DEFA cannons instead of the good old 20 millimeter. Oh!
Nice.
They don't really fall into the trap of some of the other 30s in the game. They actually have seemingly good velocity. Please tell me that guy's going down.
Certainly.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's 3. Okay, the A4E early M is, oh, I think I have an improved engine compared to you as well.
I've also got a pretty lackluster ammo count. 220 mil rounds.
How? This thing has 330s. Alright, well,
Maybe that means I pitch better.
we are out here in the A4E early, and he's in the A4B because he doesn't have this plane. Next plane down the line, this one uses, again, 30 mils. It is improvement over the A4H. It has, I believe, a stronger engine, giving it a higher top speed.
I think the only reason I'm going ahead of you right now is because I weigh significantly less. I can only assume I weigh significantly less.
Let's see. I weigh. Actually, I think
I don't
you
think it
do
shows in the
weigh
stat card.
less.
I mean, I have less of a smaller round in my thing.
I think it's more the engine, man.
Oh, yeah.
Storm. Um. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm hoping he'll take me in it. Oh. A4N is a very advanced version of the A4. It served in, I believe, Argentina's military as well as clearly Israel's, and I think Indonesia. It's a pretty neat aircraft overall. It can
Look at that
carry.
cockpit. Very modern.
Yeah, it has a very modern cockpit compared to the other A4s. It really shows that it was.
This is upgraded. You can tell that there's upgrades. So is it an avionics hump in the back?
Avionics and like radar and just electronics.
Oh.
And it also can carry advanced guided ordnance, such as the good old Maverick, making this a very fun and good plane in ground battles in War Thunder. It also has the improved engine. I think you can tell by our speed. We're going very fast.
Still subsonic. But very fast. For a subsonic.
Oh, crap.
Oh. This is another G91.
I was looking away for a second.
Alright. Back in this thing. Yeah, facing supersonics in a subsonic with no missiles is rough.
Yeah.
But also he's in a MiG-15.
Oh, God. You got me. Right. Gotta get back up to the IAT.
Once we get done with the A4s, though, this should be a breeze.
I'm thinking the same.
Also, I've decided that after we get done with the Kurnass, I'm just gonna use the... Probably just gonna use, like, my Viggen or the F4S, then the Tomcat, then the Su-27, because that'll be...
Yeah, pretty similar.
Yeah. Well, except for the Tomcat. I feel like that's kind of the best I had, unless I want to up-tier you.
What the fuck is this Su-7 doing, bro?
A4N IOTS flying over
Yeah.
Moscow. What could possibly have happened? How has Russia threatened Israel's sovereignty this time? Okay, this is bad.
Yep. Something like that.
This
Grayson,
Harrier thinks he's part of
form
the
up a
team.
little bit behind me. Or that.
Well, he's dead.
Oh, that was fast.
Ignore any issues I may have.
Oh, wait, right. History
Yeah,
lesson.
you're not gonna give your
Yeah, the F4 Phantom. This is a modification, or this is just an F4E Phantom, which is one of the later variant Phantoms. Originally, the first Phantom to enter, the first Phantoms were like the F4C. They didn't have a gun. And those originally entered service, in Vietnam, or slightly before technically, but up, upon you can see that the Phantom is in Vietnam. The pilots kind of struggled and complained about not having a gun, so the U.S. military eventually relented and gave it a gun. I know, brilliant, and that is where the F4E comes in. Unlike the naval variant F4s, that still don't even have guns. Okay, just sawed an F-111's wing off, so it's up to you, man.
I just heard a lot of sonic booms.
Gonna be
I'm getting...
cracked in the A4.
Yeah.
Oh! Okay.
Perfect.
This plane, you know it, you love it. It's a Phantom. Specifically, F4E, an Echo variant. It was the Phantom originally flew in what? First flight was 1958, May 27th. Wow, that was a while ago.
I think this thing is best known for its, like, performance in Vietnam.
They were introduced into service in December 30th, 1960. Manufactured
Wow.
from 1958 till 1981. They retired from the U.S. Navy in 1986. They retired from U.S. combat use entirely in 1996. They retired from the Israeli uh, Air Force in 2004, German in 2013, U.S. target drones in 2016, and from Japan in 2021, and South Korea in 2024. The Phantom started without a gun, as we all know. The pilots in Vietnam complained, and that's how we have the F4E here. It's an improvement. It has multiple things that improve it over the original Phantoms. It has Agile Eagle slats on the front wing, which allow for better turning. Has a internal gun in the nose, which, allows you to fight back. And better engines. All around an improvement to the original early Phantoms. They operated in, of course, Vietnam, They took part in the Tolkien Gulf. They took part during more wars than I can count. I mean, like,
This
of
thing was
course,
used until 2024.
yeah. They have several aerial victories against MiGs, which is pretty cool. Yeah, they flew Vietnam, basically, if you can name a conflict that used air power and involved the United States up until the mid 80s, Phantom was there. Now we are in the good old Kurnass 2000. I kind of forgot to mention this on the last one. The naming system for Israeli planes here starts to get kind of interesting. As Israel just likes coming up with hype moment and aura names for their stuff. So instead of being like Phantom or F4 or something like that, it's the Kurnass, which in Hebrew translates to sledgehammer.
I got hit
Good
by an
old.
AMRAM.
Hmm?
I got hit by
Oh,
an AMRAM. So I figured out the 2000 does translate to 2000. It is the Sledgehammer 2000.
basically just like the original one, but this time it has improved avionics and engines, a brand new PD radar, and the ability to carry Python 3s, in-house Israeli built missile, which
Does
basically
lose something though.
that is.
The ability to carry radar missiles, right?
Yeah, but including folded vehicles.
I think most people do that one.
Yeah. All right. Here we are in the F-15A, or as Israel calls it, the Baz, which translates to Falcon. So
That's
that's
pretty
cool.
cool.
Did they get the memo that there is already a plane called Falcon? I don't think so. Now,
Well, they
this
did. They called
plane
it the Nets.
flew for the first time in 1972, entered manufacture in 1972, was introduced into the U.S. Air Force in 1976, and has many variants and has served in many militaries. It has operated in every major United States conflict and I think almost every major armed conflict on the globe from 1976 onwards. Um, it's still in service with many, many countries. Um,
It's John KD.
I mean, not really that many, but America, Israel, Japan, Saudi Arabia, and the United States all operate the F-15. It
That's a pretty good
was,
list.
as everybody has heard, it was designed because America saw that the Soviets were developing they had just finished developing their new advanced fighters, such fighters in air quotes that we didn't actually know what they did, the MiG-25. So we decided that we needed an advanced air superiority fighter, that being the darling F-15 here. Absolute beast of a plane. Fastest fastest plane to ever serve in the United States Air Force. And besides this, F-15 Eagle. First flight, 1972, July the 27th. Entered service January the 9th, 1976, and has served since then. they're still in service. They're operated by America, Israel, Japan, South Korea, and there's one more that I am forgetting. I think. Who am I forgetting? Oh, Saudi Arabia.
Since I'm in this, you should give a fun fact about this one too.
Tomcat.
It's Top Gun plane.
Yeah, made famous by the film Top Gun from 1986. It had a twin film called Iron Eagle.
Weirdly enough.
It came out at the same summer as Top Gun. Instead of being about the Navy and the F-14, it is about the Air Force and the F-16. And it is terrible.
It's called Iron Eagle.
Yeah.
And it's not about the F-15.
Yeah. Just like
Of course
a
it's
fun,
dog shit.
in that same vein of thinking of naming stuff wrong, there's the actual name, the Israeli service name of this aircraft, the Baz, which translates from Hebrew into English as Falcon.
And isn't the Nets like Hawk or something?
Yes.
Anything but giving it the American bird names.
I know. They kind of they took our whole thing
And just kind of did it wrong.
Yeah. Although I will give them this on the F-15I or the F-15E basically. I think they did a better job of naming it because it's the strike variant. Instead of naming it like Baz, the Strike Baz or something like that, like we did for just calling this the Strike Eagle.
Yeah.
They called it the Rom, which translates to thunder. Okay.
I hit my wing sweep button and it just didn't. It turned off my mouse aim. Because I'm broken.
Yeah. Alright, that's 3. The Baz Meshupar, or F-15C. It is basically just it's Meshupar stands for improved. It is the Falcon improved. It is the F-15C, basically the upgraded variant to the F-15A. It gave a whole suite of new avionics, new engines, so it's faster, it turns better, and it has a better radar. And it can carry some cool guided bombs that I'm bringing for whatever reason.
Yeah, don't we need air-to-air kills?
Yeah, I don't even know why I have these. Whatever, they're JDAM ERs, they can... they're glide bombs, they'll make it. Alright.
I was saying, does the F-15C have a maw?
No.
Flanker mods.
Maw in this game just is unhelpful.
Yeah, it is. I have it turned off all the time.
At best, Maw
it's good
is
in
a
sim.
hindrance.
It can be very helpful in sim.
Look at my bomb go. Look at him.
I can't.
Whee! Well, you can see it when you watch the YouTube video, idiot. Nice. Okay, so there's one for me, at least.
Yeah, this is the...
as I thought.
Oh well.
All right.
That was a pretty good final game to end this out.
Well, that will be the video. Thank you for watching to the end if you did. We'll do this again. Or maybe we won't. Depends on what you guys like. I'll probably do another one of these just as another test. I've got some ground content coming as well, and some other air stuff on individual planes. And some more focused stuff rather than a whole tree. So, hope you enjoyed. Consider subscribing or watching other videos. And please like if you enjoyed this, or if you didn't, honestly. You really don't lose anything liking it, so go ahead.
I also am a part of this.
Yeah.